Would you like to come on a tour of my studio? Okay, welcome to Powell Art&Design. Okay, here we are. I work in many areas of ceramics. Lately I've been making plaster molds. You can see the video on YouTube on Pro Tips for Potters with Bill Powell. I also work in crystalline glazes. I've been working with them since 1977. And here's a selection of some recent pieces I've made. This one is a particularly nice one. Lovely colour, lovely display. Crystalline glazes are quite fascinating. I also work with glass. I do glass slumping and moulding, and I'll move these racks so we can take a look at the kiln and the equipment. All my equipment is basically on wheels, so we can move it away. Here we have my glass cutting table. This is where I do all the processing of glass. I do a lot of glass slumping, make things like trophies. I do combinations of ceramic and glass using molds, which we'll have a look at. I also make bathroom basins, amongst many other things. Here in the corner I have a 1 horsepower drill press, which I use with a water chuck. And I use it for drilling ceramics and glass. It's mainly set up for drilling wastes in basins, but it's very useful for many drilling needs. This big blue baby is my glass slumping kiln. It draws 40 kilowatts of power, and I do most of my glass slumping in here. It's on hydraulic rams. As you'll see, it comes up, it's rather large. I do things like what we saw before, moulding glass and ceramic molds. The shelves are 4 shelves of 600 by 1200, so it's quite a large kiln. Next to my glass slumping kiln, I have a Tetlow K12 3-section firing electric kiln. I use a Stafford controller to run it, very useful for crystalline firings and programming. Currently you can see it's cooling down from my bisque, so we can't open it. I also have connected at the back, which draws from the bottom, a negative pressure alternate kiln vent, which is very useful in assisting in protecting your elements and taking away the fumes to the outside. Next to this I have a small Tetlow kiln. I use that one for glaze tests, small jobs, gold lustering, amongst a range of other things. This is my slab roller. It's made by North Star. It's an American slab roller. It's a very useful one. I'll just roll this away to show some of the work I've been doing lately. Everything's on wheels here. Here's a range of works in progress, some unfired, some bisqued, mostly bound for crystalline glazing, others for different glaze effects. This is my glazing area. I have everything laid out in containers, all the oxides, all the minerals, everything I need to make glazes. A stainless steel work area. I love this area, it's fantastic, great to clean down. Scales for measuring glazes, waxing station, it's all here. This is my spray booth. I do mostly spray my glazes. I use a 13 cubic foot compressor, which is outside, keeps the noise outside, and gravity feed guns. Could do with a wash. Now we move along to my throwing station. I have a number of wheels. I have two Venco number 3s, brand new. I have an old number 7. I'm currently using a Pacifica GT 400. And my main wheel is a Brent CXC 1 horsepower motor. Here we have the bats that I use. These are WeatherTech's Eco Wall Smooth, great bats, last forever. A series of chucks for trimming pots, all different sizes and shapes. This here is a swing arm used for resting upon to trim large pots and to decorate with control, much like a painter's stick. Under here is it's on wheels too, is a gas torch that I use for shaping pots, for stiffening up and doing dramatic shapes. Moving along from the throwing area, we have my clay processing space. This is a 4-inch de-airing Venco pug mill, my clay storage, my wedging table, storage up above, a number of pieces of equipment, Giffen grips, specialist tools that I use, cutting wires, and it's always great to save space, so I have a conveyor belt for the clay, rolls out, and the clay can be pumped out onto that. I also have a wet cupboard for slowing down the drying, putting hands on, that sort of thing. A sandblasting booth, which is great for decorative effects on both glass and ceramic. This is my tool flipper for trimming large platters up to 1 meter in diameter. And this is a Fronius inverter. I've got 6.2 kilowatts of solar power on the roof, which helps offset all the costs for firing. The size of the studio is roughly 75 square meters, but I also have an outside area here that is another 30 square meters where I'll house my downdraft gas kiln. I built this kiln in 1993 of my own design. It's a 6-burner, 40 cubic foot downdraft gas kiln. The burners are 125,000 BTUs Kiefer burners. It's built out of 3CR12, which is a performance stainless, cheap performance stainless, with stainless rods, and the fibre is all hot face, stack bonded on its edge. The beauty of this kiln is I never liked climbing into kilns, so it's on wheels, like everything. You can see the layers of fibre here. These are laid horizontally. I developed a technique for interlaying and overlaying the fibres in the corner so that when they shrink, and they always do, it doesn't open up into a big gap, it just pulls out. This kiln is in remarkable condition for 27 years old. It's had a lot of work. I'm very proud of it, and I love it. Also out here I have a extruder, handmade, hand-built. It takes the full 4-inch slug from the pug mill. Very handy. You can use it for standard extrusions or hollow dies. This is the recycling clay area, currently full. And along here is slit mixing and a slit draining tray for casting in molds. So there you have it, a short tour of the Powell Art&Design studio. I'll be having weekend workshops coming up on glass slumping for potters, crystalline glazes, wheel throwing. If you want to keep in touch, feel free to like us on Facebook and follow us at Powell Art on Instagram And feel free also to subscribe at YouTube at my channel for more videos on pro tips for potters. Cheers.